Hi, and welcome to another installment of the Polandball News Network, your only source of accurate, trustworthy, and 100% true information about what is going on in the world today. If you hear it from anywhere else but here, don't trust it. Aaron is on vacation this week, so filling in to christen our brand new set. Ooh, so fancy. Is me, DickRhino. Now, let's jump right into this week's top stories. One of Sweden's biggest newspapers decided to sweep for drugs in the Swedish parliament and found trace residue of cocaine in 4 out of 8 political parties' restrooms. I know Scandinavia has had a lot of snow this year compared to the rest of the world, but this is ridiculous! It seems that the Swedish parliament is one of the only places in the world where if you ask for Pepsi, all they have is Coke. When confronted with the findings, all 4 parties responded with, "I ain't saying a single fucking word without my lawyer present." Now, in their defense, you probably need to take a bump of cocaine to stay awake during the 9th round of the annual budget negotiations. A police officer interviewed in the field said that they try to combat this sort of crime on a daily basis in the streets. So it feels saddening if our politicians take an anti-drug stance in front of the cameras, while monetarily supporting the drug trade themselves in private. Because as we all know, government agencies secretly being involved in drug trafficking is previously unheard of. But if you ask me, this is just another example of how Sweden is superior to USA. In the US, you get a blowjob in the Oval Office. In Sweden, everyone already has jobs, so you just get blow. In other news, the Republican Party in USA is continuing with its sham primary elections to determine the next presidential candidate. And we're down to 2 people. On the one hand, you have a 77-year-old failed insurrectionist who's currently indicted for 91 felonies and has been found liable for sexual abuse. And on the other, you have an idiot who believes that the candidate will be anyone other than the 77-year-old failed insurrectionist who's currently indicted for 91 felonies and has been found liable for sexual abuse. The Republican Party of today is like a bug that's been infected by a cordyceps mushroom, still shambling around and believing itself to be in control of its actions, without realizing that it's already dead and it's the fungus that is directing where the zombie is going to wander off. But the Polandball News Network doesn't judge. Like all other news media, we will pretend to be outraged and horrified while secretly counting the dollars from all the ratings the Republican clown show brings in every day. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Or, well, I would if I had feet. Which I don't. I'm a ball. Next up, the never-ending saga of Sweden's accession into NATO. While Hungary has earned a reputation for being the most Russia-aligned out of all EU countries, it has previously said that it's not going to be the last country to block Sweden from entering the defensive pact of NATO. Which they could say risk-free, because they believed that Turkey was going to veto Sweden's accession until the eventual heat death of the universe. But in a surprising turn of events, which may or may not have something to do with the US agreeing to sell F-16 fighter jets to Turkey, they just turned around and said, "You know what, Sweden? You're all right, kid," and voted to approve Sweden's entry into NATO on January 23rd, 2024. On the very same day, Hungary sent a letter to Sweden saying, "Hold up, bruh," thinking that if Turkey could get free stuff by extorting the US and Sweden, then by God, Hungary was gonna try to get free stuff as well. Sweden's immediate reaction was akin to saying, "Oh my God, Hungary, shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down." Or, in the more snide diplomatic language they actually used, "We see no need for further negotiations." USA has also just told Hungary, "You have an opportunity to approve Sweden's membership this Monday. We suggest you take it." But to make Sweden's stance on this matter a bit clearer, I have prepared a couple of statements on behalf of my home country. And joining me in the studio right now is Kolai, who has also prepared statements on behalf of the US of A. Hungary, you used to be known for your disgusting moonshine and your delicious goulash. Now, you're just known for your disgusting moonshine and equally disgusting ghoul in charge.
Hungry? Yeah, I could eat.
Hungary, it is a statement to how much you suck that you've actually managed to make Poland seem like a cooperative EU member in comparison.
So, are we ordering food or not?
Hungary, you've become so useless to the EU that we've been sending letters to Russia saying that if they were to invade you instead of Ukraine, we would pretend that we didn't see it.
Look, I'm really not picky. I could do pizza, tacos. You said goulash. I'd eat goulash. I don't even know where that's from, but I'd eat it.
Thanks for that, Kolai. Now, on to our final story of the night. In what has to be the worst job anyone can have in the entire world, it was reported back in November that the Israeli Defense Force has a special sperm extraction unit that works to harvest the semen from dead Israeli soldiers to bring back to their grieving families. Yes, that's right. That's a real story. That's a real thing that exists. I am not joking. I genuinely am not joking. Because nothing says we're building an ethno-state like fielding a literal cum squad sucking the jizz out of corpses so that they can continue to breed from beyond the grave. In a recent update given to the Israeli Broadcasting Corporation, the IDF Casualty Department reported that to date, they have carried out 88 successful sperm extractions from dead soldiers. And I think the question on everyone's lips is, Israel, what is wrong with you? In other countries, the military will bring back an urn to the family containing the ashes of the fallen soldier. In Israel, they just give you a mason jar full of jizz. Still, this opens up a fascinating new era of military tactics. Imagine having to report to the grieving widow, "We're sorry, but Hamas got to the corpse first and sucked it dry of all the cum. There was not a drop left for us to sample." Wow, I can't believe I got through that story with a straight face. And with that, that's all the news we have for you this week. Make sure to tune in next time for your only source of accurate, trustworthy, and 100% true information about what is going on in the world today.